The situation between Remy, Papoose, and Claressa is heating up fast. Drama is building and people are already picking sides. Either Remy is throwing shade on purpose or Papoose is slowly drifting back toward his wife. There's no middle ground right now.
Oh, they playing my song. She comes from Flint, and you should know that it hurts.
This is too big to ignore. Even Papoose has been dropping cryptic posts online and fans are reading into every single one. The tension is real and this whole thing could go any direction. Everything is moving quickly and the internet is watching every step. Remy has been showing up online constantly, posting like she has a point to make. Every upload feels like a hidden message, like she's saying more than what's visible. She keeps flashing that wedding ring, making sure nobody forgets it's there. Every photo, every move feels like a reminder of who she is and what she has. Meanwhile, fresh photos of Papoose and Claressa keep surfacing. They've been seen together at car shows, laughing and acting completely unbothered. But people can't stop wondering what's really happening behind closed doors. Could Claressa be trying to get ahead of the backlash before it arrives? Because once this story fully unravels, things are going to get very messy. This situation is wild. Claressa is still parading Papoose around like everything is perfectly fine. Meanwhile, Remy is wearing that wedding ring like it's her crown, smiling in every post like she knows something nobody else does. People are genuinely confused about what's really going on between these two. But here's where it gets shocking. Remy went online and made it crystal clear that she is not the one holding up the divorce. She said she already signed the papers and even offered to cover the entire cost herself. No arguments, no fighting, just done. According to Remy, she wants nothing, no money, no custody battles, nothing from Papoose. She says she has always taken care of herself and doesn't need anything from him. But guess what? He still hasn't signed. Not once. That's what has everyone raising their eyebrows. If both sides want out, what exactly is the holdup? People online are already saying Claressa must be losing patience because she's tired of being connected to a married man. Rumors suggest even she might be ready to pay for the divorce just to close this chapter. So the big question is, what is stopping Papoose from making it official? What is keeping him from signing that line and giving everyone closure? Because until he does, this love triangle will keep spinning out of control. It's clearly not Remy holding things up. But here's the twist. She actually took those divorce papers back. That move alone had everyone talking and wondering what is really going on behind closed doors. Now people are asking whether Claressa is trying to win Papoose over with money. Is she showing off her success to prove she can offer him a better life? Rumor has it she's been making sure he sees exactly how well she's doing. Look at my income. Look at my lifestyle. Meanwhile, Remy's career has been quieter lately and Claressa might be using that gap to her advantage. Trips, gifts, glam, basically saying you can live like this with me. It's like she's trying to buy her way into his heart. But here's where it gets complicated. Some people believe Papoose and Remy might actually be in on this together, that the whole situation is one big act to keep the internet talking. Still, that's a risky game because what if Papoose genuinely starts developing real feelings for Claressa? Maybe that's exactly what she's counting on. Maybe she believes the more time he spends with her, the more she gives him, the more he'll see her as the better choice. Because if that's her strategy, this triangle just went from messy to dangerous. And then things got even more awkward. A recent live video of Claressa had people buzzing nonstop. She was in the kitchen with Papoose cracking a joke. Camera fixed on him, and she was the only one laughing. He looked completely checked out, like he didn't even want to be there. The whole energy was cold and tense, nothing like the connection he used to share with Remy. You could see it written all over his face. He looked irritated like she was getting on his nerves. But that's not even the biggest part. Claressa went online and boldly stated that Papoose is not her manager. She said he handles nothing related to her business, her music, or her finances. According to her, every dollar she earns from deals and appearances goes straight into her own account, and she hasn't given him a single cent. That's a massive claim, especially after all the talk about him supposedly guiding her career. Now people are split because someone is clearly not being honest. Some think they're both lying just to protect themselves. Fans have already caught Papoose making shaky excuses, telling Claressa those photos and videos with Remy are AI edits and claiming every New York trip is strictly business. But those shopping photos of him and Remy together don't lie. Something isn't adding up and everyone is starting to notice. If this continues, one of them is bound to slip. And when that happens, the truth is going to come out hard. Let's be straight. If Claressa isn't paying Papoose anything, nobody's buying that story. Everyone knows something is being exchanged because Papoose doesn't work for free. If he was taking 20% from everything Remy made, you really think he's managing Claressa out of pure kindness? Come on. Remy herself admitted she got tired of handing over that cut every time she made a move. So why would he suddenly work for Claressa with no deal at all? It makes no sense. That's the question everybody's asking. Why charge one woman and not the other? All Remy ever wanted was for him to build his own name and earn money off his own brand instead of hers. But instead, it looks like he's out here taking advantage of another woman, just like many believe he did with Remy. This whole thing is messy from every angle. And it keeps getting thicker. Claressa hopped online saying he is not my manager, but maybe someone needs to remind Papoose of that because he's acting like he runs the show. If she truly means that, she needs to sit him down and make it very clear because from the outside, he is absolutely behaving like he's in charge. On top of all that, Papoose has been posting strange messages again. Cryptic stuff that has everyone guessing. One recent post said me debating if I'm going to let it slide or start something. That's a bold statement and people are already speculating who it's aimed at. Is it Remy? Claressa? Both? Whatever it means, things are boiling over and something big seems ready to pop. Now this whole thing has people wondering who Papoose is really talking about in that post. Is he throwing shade at Remy? Because honestly, it's starting to look like Remy might be stirring the pot on purpose. The way she keeps flashing that wedding ring, posting mysterious captions, and smiling in every frame is giving off strong "I'm still the wife, don't forget" energy. Maybe she's being intentionally petty, trying to shake things up between him and Claressa. Things got even more suspicious when a mystery page appeared online while Papoose was out of town. Out of nowhere, it started posting messages about waking up next to her husband and talking about love and loyalty. Fans immediately assumed it was Remy or someone from her circle trying to send a message. So maybe Papoose's post about debating letting it slide was him firing back, basically saying, "I see what you're doing and I'm not playing these games." But here's another angle. What if he posted that to calm things down with Claressa? Maybe he wanted to appear done with Remy and fully focused on Claressa instead. It could be his way of keeping the peace while being pulled in two different directions. Because honestly, he's walking a very thin line between two strong women who both know exactly how to get under his skin. So what's really happening here? Is Papoose angry at Remy for her slick posts, or is he secretly playing it cool with Claressa while still keeping tabs on his wife? That debating if I'm going to let it slide line says a lot, and people are analyzing every word. Could this be a sign he's genuinely starting to care about Claressa, or is it all just part of a bigger game none of them are willing to admit they're playing?
Our fighters are here, but the fighters did not come by themselves. Glenn, we thank you so much, my brother.
Now here is where it really gets complicated. People are starting to think Papoose might be working to convince Claressa that things with Remy are truly finished. You know how this goes. He could be saying things like, "I don't want her anymore," just to calm Claressa down and make her feel secure. But is he actually being honest or just trying to keep both sides quiet for now? That's the question everyone's asking. Some fans believe that post about debating letting it slide was designed to make Claressa think Remy is the problem. Like he's saying, "See, she's the one causing trouble, not me." Maybe he's painting Remy as the jealous ex to protect whatever he is going with Claressa. But those jewelry store photos looked completely real. People are convinced they weren't edited or AI generated. And if that's true, something is still going on between him and Remy behind closed doors. So why hasn't Papoose stepped forward publicly to clear things up? If he truly wanted to prove it's over with Remy, why not make a direct statement instead of keeping everything quiet? Saying one thing privately to Claressa and another to the public only makes things more suspicious. It almost feels like he's trying to protect both women from learning the full truth. Meanwhile, Remy keeps making everything more confusing. Still posting that wedding ring in every photo, smiling, laughing, showing her hand off like she's sending a signal. And the timing is wild, right as Papoose keeps getting spotted with Claressa. So what's really motivating her? Is she reminding everyone she's still the wife, or is she being petty on purpose, trying to damage their relationship and show Claressa she'll always have a connection with him? It's a risky move though, because this back and forth doesn't just make Claressa look bad, it makes Remy look messy too. One moment she acts like she has her man back and the next he's posted up with someone else. Could this all be part of her plan to create chaos from within? Because if so, Remy is playing a very dangerous game and the whole thing could explode at any moment. Seriously, the vibes are completely off. It's like this entire situation between Papoose, Remy, and Claressa has turned into one giant tug of war. Some people are even saying Papoose might be sticking around just long enough to get what he wants from Claressa, money, gifts, connections, and then slide right back home to Remy once he's gotten everything he came for. That theory alone has the internet going crazy.
Claressa Shields, you already know I've been rocking with you. I'm walking out the champ, the world champ, the champion of the biggest. Who said walk? You better get your tickets right now. Detroit, February 22nd, and I'm coming turn up. Yeah, I'm coming out with the champ. Yeah, I can't wait. Yeah, Boo's in the boxing.
Now there's talk that Claressa might be about to buy him a car. People are already joking that she's trying to lock him down with luxury. But here's some honest advice. If she buys that car, she better keep it in her name. Because imagine spending all that money and then watching Papoose and Remy cruising around in it together. That would be embarrassing on an entirely different level. The drama just keeps stacking up. But at some point something has to give. Claressa cannot keep playing this game indefinitely. Eventually she's going to have to draw a line and tell Papoose that if he's serious, he needs to prove it. Because words mean nothing and those divorce papers are what actually matter. If she wants real peace and clarity, she needs to push for that divorce to actually happen. Enough of the back and forth and cryptic posts. It's time for real action. Because until Papoose officially signs those papers, everything he says is just noise. And if he keeps avoiding it, Claressa might have to walk away completely. That would shut everybody up and end this chaos once and for all. The fact that Remy and Papoose haven't fully let go of each other, still legally connected, still moving like something is there, has everyone talking. It's like they both just stopped caring about the divorce entirely. And that says everything. Maybe that's exactly why Remy keeps flashing that wedding ring. Maybe she's making a statement, showing the world that, even if Papoose won't come home, he also refuses to fully release her so she can truly move forward. And here's where things get even more suspicious. Rumors are flying that Papoose upgraded her wedding ring. How do you go from divorce conversations to upgrading the jewelry? Unless he picked up some secret income stream nobody knows about. Because fur coats, designer rings, Louis Vuitton luggage, where is all this money coming from? Claressa already claimed he's not receiving anything from her. But if that's true, then where is this luxury lifestyle coming from? Is he quietly pulling money from somewhere else, or is Claressa not being fully honest? Because if he's walking around with expensive gifts while supposedly having no income, somebody is lying and lying badly.
So usually Papoose is upstairs.
Oh yeah, he upstairs.
No.
I like girls who melanin.
That's good though.
Elegant.
Fans are starting to believe both of them might be spinning stories to protect their reputations. Maybe Claressa doesn't want to admit she's been spoiling him. Or maybe Papoose is just smooth enough to make it all appear effortless. Either way, this "he's not on my payroll" talk sounds off, because everything points to him benefiting heavily from being around her. So who is really fooling who here? And here's the wildest part. Papoose is out here making moves for Claressa like he's calling every shot. Setting up deals, handling business, yet Claressa jumped online claiming he's not her manager. That makes zero sense. How is he running her career decisions but supposedly not managing her? The story keeps getting more twisted and fans are struggling to figure out who is actually telling the truth. But let's talk about Remy for a moment, because she might be playing a dangerous game right now. She's moving like she still holds control, but this could seriously backfire. Some people think Papoose has realized he no longer needs to grind as hard. Why hustle when someone with money is taking care of you? There are plenty of men who would rather play the role, make a few calls, and live comfortably while someone else handles the bills. And honestly, that's exactly what this is starting to look like. If that's what's happening, Papoose has simply upgraded his situation with Claressa, gained comfort and connections without doing much at all. But if that's the case, Remy might be the one left hurting when everything settles. Even though everyone can see his bond with Claressa isn't as deep as what he shared with Remy, this new setup might work just fine for him. Attention, a comfortable lifestyle, freedom, all while keeping both women emotionally attached. And let's not forget the part everyone keeps skipping over. Easy the block captain. While Remy was caught up in her own drama, Easy was out here acting up, flirting, getting caught with other women, and straight up embarrassing her. His behavior since being connected to Remy has been all over the place. Now that he's gone quiet, some think he's simply waiting for the dust to settle, while others believe Remy's chaos with Papoose might be karma coming back around. So the real question is, who comes out on top of this mess? Because at this point everyone is playing everyone and somebody is going to end up holding the short end of the stick. This part really got people scratching their heads. If Remy is supposedly with Easy the block captain, then why does she keep posting about her husband? All the wedding ring photos, all the captions about her man, all that energy like she's still proudly married. It doesn't add up. If she's truly moved on, why does she seem so locked in on Papoose and Claressa's situation? Anyone would feel some kind of way about that, especially Easy. And speaking of Easy, he has been extremely quiet lately. So quiet that people are wondering if they're even still together. No posts, no comments, no sightings, nothing. Fans think either they've secretly broken up or Remy told him to stay low while she keeps this whole thing spinning for attention. Maybe she told him just stay quiet and let me handle this. And he's going along with it for now.
You know what? I got it. Here. The Papoose is upstairs.
Shut up.
Yeah, he upstairs. So I'm gonna make it play real quick. I'm gonna take it to him upstairs. I'll make it play.
Was that rice good?
It was. I feel like Papoose he don't eat a whole lot, but I'm putting him some rice on him because I thought he hadn't eaten none today. I think he had some cereal. But come on, I can't. I mean, God, I guess I grabbed it. Bookie.
Thank you, baby.
Because Papoose is upstairs. Now I'm gonna eat. I'm gonna sit down to eat. I'm gonna sit down and eat my food now. But y'all be cracking me up with that. I saw it on TikTok. I said, what is going on? Oh, y'all know, first of all, I don't be on no TikTok. But yeah, people have to realize that Pisces are loners and we be in our own space, minding our own business.
But if that's the case, it's risky because someone's feelings are going to get hurt. This kind of drama never ends cleanly, especially when public posts and private relationships collide. Everyone is watching, everyone is talking, and the tension keeps building. And while some people online are exhausted by it, others cannot look away because this story has every ingredient for chaos. Love, loyalty, betrayal, and pride. Remy has been posting constantly, showing off that ring like it's proof she still holds power here. Post after post, smile after smile, keeping that wedding band in everyone's face. But the real question is why? What is pushing her to keep doing this? Is it love, pride, or pure pettiness? Whatever it is, it's keeping this story alive and the internet completely hooked on every update. Something is definitely about to break. The tension between Papoose, Remy, and Claressa has reached a point where something has to give. And Valentine's Day might be the moment it all comes apart. People are already guessing that Papoose will pull the same move he did during Christmas, splitting his time between both women. Word is he might start the day with Remy playing the devoted husband and then slide over to Claressa later that evening to keep things calm. That kind of move would tell us everything about where he truly stands. But if Papoose spends the entire Valentine's Day with Claressa, that flips the whole story. That would mean Remy has been trolling this entire time. Posting that wedding ring, smiling in selfies, throwing subtle jabs just to create chaos and get inside Claressa's head. Imagine her sitting back watching the internet explode over every little post while she runs a long game behind the scenes. If he chooses Claressa for Valentine's Day, that might prove Remy's strategy was pure pettiness, not passion. On the other hand, if Papoose repeats what he did at Christmas and splits the day, it's over. That would mean Remy still has him emotionally locked in, and Claressa might finally have to face the reality that she's been a side storyline in a marriage that never truly ended. Fans think Valentine's Day could be her breaking point. The moment she realizes she's been holding on to someone who was never fully hers. And when that happens, she might finally stop being polite and start speaking publicly. No more playing nice. No matter which way this goes, one thing is certain. This love triangle cannot last forever. The lies, the cryptic posts, the secret meetups, it's all building towards something explosive. Someone is going to walk away heartbroken, and someone is going to walk away proven right. Valentine's Day might not bring flowers and romance. It might just bring receipts and regrets. So buckle up, because this drama is far from finished. This story is only getting hotter, and you do not want to miss what comes next. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Who do you think Papoose will choose when Valentine's Day hits? Will he go back home to Remy or keep playing house with Claressa? Like, subscribe, share, and comment to keep this conversation going, because whatever happens next, it's about to get real.